Hello, everybody. Welcome back to F9 Gaming. This is our Super Mario Brothers movie mini review. Now, the movie has just come out a couple of days ago. We got to see it on Friday, today being Easter Sunday. So, we've had a couple of days to think about it, but now we're going to talk about it in about 5 minutes or less. Just keep it short and brief. So, the movie stars Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong, Keegan-Michael Key as Toad, Anna Taylor-Joy as Peach, Charlie Day as Luigi, the awesome Jack Black as Bowser, and the controversial casting of Chris Pratt as Mario. Now, I would like to say try to go into the movie with an open mind on the voice casting. This is something my partner said to me before we saw the movie. He basically said, don't try and see it as Chris Pratt's voice, just see it as Mario. And that's what we tried to do. There was a lot of negative feedback when Chris Pratt was first announced as the voice of Mario, but seriously, after 5 minutes, you're so engrossed in the movie that you seem to forget about that. Um, the other voices work really well too. It's not until probably the Peaches scene that you really notice that it was Jack Black doing the voice of Bowser. Um, a lot of the movie's plot points had been highlighted in the trailers already, that had been released before the movie, but that doesn't take away from any of the enjoyment of watching it. It is still a fun 90-minute movie. The animation is very well done, with the characters easily recognizable. Despite some of the shocking first looks that we had of the characters, of Mario's face, particularly the revelation of this. Yep, Uh, you don't even notice in the movie, so a lot of hoo-ha over nothing, if you ask me. There are Easter eggs aplenty in the movie as well, for both young and old gamers alike, which is absolutely brilliant. Someone like me who has been playing video games for 30 odd years, uh, I appreciated seeing some of the nods to other Nintendo games and some of their consoles. Younger gamers will enjoy seeing their favorite characters on the big screen coming to life, from the more modern era of the games as well, seeing them in the format they're used to, which is absolutely great. Um, Although noticeably missing from the movie is, of course, the classic cult favorite Birdo. Uh, they're yet to appear in the movie. So the movie is about 92 minutes or so, give or take, so a good length of time, and it's just pure Mario Nintendo joy. We watched the movie in Cineworld 4DX screen, and as always, I feel the chair movements are overdone in their scenes, in their screens, sorry. Um, but the added physical effects within the cinema and the lighting really did seem to add more enjoyment to the movie. What with the water effects and the smoke effects and the bubbles, the lightning, the rain, it just really did add to the movie. It just made it like a little bit extra. Um, so yeah, that was definitely worth the extra little bit of money.
For super service, call or text Super Mario Bros. Plumbing today at 92955 Mario or reach us on the World Wide Web at smbplumbing.com.
The soundtrack is absolutely beautiful on this movie. Absolutely thoroughly enjoyed it. We even listened to it in the car on the way home. The orchestral versions of many of Mario's famous tunes are recreated in such a beautiful form. For those wanting to listen to it, though, it is available on digital streaming formats, including Spotify, Apple Music, and the like. And there will be a physical format released on vinyl, CD, and I think cassette tape as well. That's later this month, I believe. So do keep a lookout for that if you want to add that to your collection. Um, the soundtrack itself is almost as long as the movie. I think it's about 4 minutes shorter than the actual movie. But that just, I suppose, that shows how important the soundtrack is to the movie. One particular song from the soundtrack is actually now creeping up the iTunes 100 chart. If you've seen the film, you'll know which one I'm talking about there, but I don't want to spoil anything further. Overall, the movie, I would say, is a must watch for any Nintendo fan, no matter what your age. I'm 38 years old. I thoroughly enjoyed it. The screening we went to was probably an 80-20 split on adults. There was only a few kids in there, and this is during the Easter holidays as well. Granted, we did go in the evening performance, but even so, it was still an 80-20 split, I'd say, with all the adults thoroughly enjoying, laughing along to all the gimmicks and the gags and the like. It's a suitable running time of just over an hour and a half, as we've mentioned, and the movie does what it needs to in that running time. I don't think it needed anything extra. There wasn't any filler in it like there was in Avatar. I always felt that movie could have been cut short by about an hour easily, but this one didn't drag on too long. And I don't think the kids will find it too long. Adults definitely won't find it too long. The movie completely makes you forget about the unfortunate movie we had 30 years ago, which starred the great Bob Hoskins in the lead role. And at the time, I loved that movie just because it was a Super Mario movie, even though back then I even realized this has got nothing to do with Super Mario. So this is what a Super Mario movie should have been. It was well worth the wait. 30 years since the last movie, that was a disaster. It was a complete box office failure, and I can understand why. But again, that did have a good soundtrack, so give that a listen on the streaming platforms as well. Normally, for our movie reviews, we would give it a score out of F9. Our Tetris movie, we gave 7 out of 9 on, but this, we're just going to give it a golden mushroom trophy that you would normally get in Mario Kart. It's well worthy of this. So there we go, golden mushroom for the Super Mario Brothers movie. So the movie is out now around the world in theaters and cinemas. I think there's still a few regions it's yet to come out in, including Japan, oddly. It's done way over its budget already, so it's already box office hit. It's no doubt going to be the biggest movie of the holidays, probably leading into the summer. Again, probably not going to get any awards because, you know, it's a video game movie, so it won't get recognized anywhere. It might maybe get an Oscar nomination for animation. Who knows? We'll wait and see next year.
Yay!
So yeah, that'll do it for this little mini review of the Super Mario Brothers movie. Definitely do check it out. Go and watch it in 4DX if you can, if you're able to. It is a little bit more expensive. It cost us nearly £40 for 2 adults. So maybe if you've got a lot of kids that you need to take, I wouldn't recommend it for that. But if you can, do go and enjoy it in 4DX. We had a thoroughly great time. We enjoyed it was a great day out for us. So do go check it out if you can. Coming up later this week, we will be publishing our Retro Showdown video on Super Mario Bros. 3, which we played on the NES and on the Super NES on the All-Stars edition. So that'll be posted later this week. If you'd like to go and watch our review on the Tetris movie that came out recently on Apple TV+, do click here for the link to the video for that. That about wraps it up for this mini review. Thank you for tuning in again, guys. If you'd like to watch any of our future videos, please do hit your subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that you know when those videos are available. Leave your comments below as well if you have seen the movie and what you thought of it. But thank you for tuning in, and we will see you next time.